All right, boys. You know what time it is, Big Daddy. Buckle up. We got some more student loan, some more fun to talk about. And if you're new here, what I'm going to do today is I'm going to read your guys' comments from these two previous videos on the whole student loan situation. I called it an epidemic, probably the wrong word to use, but it sounds fun. So basically, in this video, I'm going to be using all of your guys' comments here. And we're going to see what everyone has to say about this. A lot of you guys left your 2 cents. Some of you guys left a whole dollar's worth of your thoughts. So let's go in here and let's see what we notice about all the comments. And a lot of these comments, I just picked out some of them because a lot of people said the same exact thing. So let's go here and let's see what the issue is with this whole forgiving the loans thing. So off rip, this one goes, forgiveness shouldn't happen. That is completely unfair to the previous graduates that have paid their loans. Yeah, absolutely. That's equivalent to when they decriminalized weed and all the people who literally did jail time. What are they going to get? Their life back? You know what I mean? So I guess that's not the exact point, but yeah, it's true. What are they going to do? Call up everybody who paid their loan and go, hey, well, we forgave all these other people, so here's $25,000. How does that sound? Never going to happen. This guy goes, most college degrees are worthless in general. Yeah, I agree. And that's what makes the loans so much worse. This one was good. The Mark B71 says, it's predatory lending. I remember as soon as I enrolled in college, I got a lot of student loan offers and pre-approved credit card offers. I didn't even have a job or income. They know the parents will usually bail them out or after they run up the credit cards and can't pay them back. Yeah, I agree with her. I think it is predatory. A lot of people, we'll get to some more comments. Just hold on. A lot of people don't cut any of these kids a little bit of slack here. College used to be about, same person goes, college used to be about $10,000 a year for tuition. Now it is more than double that. More than double that. It's a lot more. A lot of universities are like insane, $50,000 a year, like crazy. Did the level of education double, or are the universities just getting rich? Yeah, they're just getting rich. If anything, the education's becoming worth less. Like the actual information's worth less, but you're paying substantially more. This dude, Redneck Budweiser, he's always commenting, and this Bud's for you. He goes, making another American pay for another's college loan debt that never went to college is like paying child support for another man's child he didn't make. He goes, he's 59, retired military veteran, never married, no kids, generation raised a bunch of entitled un-Americans getting... Okay, you know what? He's got a point. He's got a point. Yeah, because if they end up... I think that's like one of the biggest problem with forgiving the debt is that they're not actually forgiving it. They're just going to make us all pay. Like, I didn't go to college. So if they were to forgive the debt, I'm going to pay for it via taxes. That's just how it works. I don't know if you guys, have realized how far your money doesn't stretch anymore, but that's kind of what's going on. This guy Rocket goes, if people get their student loans forgiven, then everyone who paid theirs off needs a refund. See? Are we seeing something in common here? Anybody, guys? Okay, so this is the main issue here, the main problem. And I'm going to get into what I think about it in a little bit here. This person goes, really appreciate Jack's level-headed approach to commentary. It's hard these days to find someone who isn't an extreme reactionary. Well, it's funny because sometimes I get up and break stuff. The student loan situation in our country is a mess. Impact our society as a whole. Yeah. Basically, I come at this a little bit level on those student loan videos. If you haven't seen them, it's kind of cutting a little bit of slack. And this is going to lead into where my opinion comes into play. And maybe you agree, maybe you don't. So this guy goes, wait, so the reason why there is $1.8 trillion in student loan debt is because high school graduates felt pressured to go to college so their parents will pay their bills as adults? Fucking idiot. So basically what I said is a lot of kids, tell me if I'm tripping, but for anybody who went to school in the United States, tell me if I'm freaking out here, but every year from about 6th grade up, you're getting told, you know what college you want to go to? You know what you want to do with your life? College, 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 college. Not just from your parents. Oh, no, 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 no. It's deeper than that. It's from society as a whole. And so what that does is it's kind of tricking you into, it's a level of fear. If I don't go to school, I'm a loser, right? And then the parents, this is what they're talking about when he says the parents will pay their bills as adults. So you might think I'm tripping, but this is a real fucking thing. And most kids probably won't admit this, but I've seen it firsthand. A lot of kids who have parents who are well off, not rich, but not poor. These parents, it's like this deal where it's like, if you go to school, I will make sure your car is paid. I will make sure your rent is paid. You will have your little monthly allowance. You know, this is a real thing, whether you believe it or not. Okay? I know not everybody's fortunate enough for this, but this happens more than you think. And no kid in their right mind is going to just come out and be like, yeah, dude, I'm staying in school so my parents will pay all my bills. Like, I'm not ready to fucking work a full-time job. I don't know what I'm doing. So, yes, if the parents were paying the bills, we wouldn't have $1.8 trillion in student loans nationwide. No. I'm not talking about them paying the loans. I'm talking about them funding their activities for the next 4 to 7 years, depending if they want to stretch out the program and go in their masters. Y'all think I'm tripping? You let me know if you think I'm tripping. I already know the answer. It's a real thing. People who want to go to school, this whole loan situation doesn't apply to them. Guarantee you. Their shit's paid off because they had to pay it themselves. So they're going to a cheaper school. This guy goes, it's not that people don't want to pay back their loan. It's 18-year-olds are signing a loan for money that wouldn't be allowed if they got a credit card, then charging them interest at 7%. They're not going to get a job that will pay anything. If their college education is worth the paper written on it, most of them can't get a loan for a car. Yeah. So basically, this guy's got an excellent point. This person beneath goes, right now it's all a scam. Teachers are the problem too. We're not going to go down that rabbit hole. But yeah, he's got a point. Okay? Anybody with a credit card, you know, my first credit card was $1,000. And, you know, worst case scenario, if I max that $1,000 out and I don't pay it, and I pay the minimum over 2 years, worst case scenario, I pay double. I pay $2,000. So in this case, we have $60,000 loans, $80,000 loans, $100,000 loans. And if you don't pay the interest and everything over the long term is double. That is the problem. And nobody's going to sit there and tell you, hey, just so you know, Susan, I don't know where your parents are, but this loan here, this $60,000, it's actually $120,000. So good luck with the minimum payments, right? You're a graduate. You're not a loser. So that's kind of the problem I had with the student loans. And I'm not saying let's not pay them back, but maybe they should 86 that interest rate, because that's a bit criminal. And I didn't put all the comments that people left in here saying fuck that, I'm not paying, which were a lot, because I don't want to out those people. And I actually get it. I fucking get it. All right. Especially if you were kind of coerced into going to college, which we're going to get to some of these comments here. This dude, Taco Truffles, he's a regular viewer of the show. He goes, hey, Jack, my student loan servicer added $55K to my principal when I went into college, when I went into collections during the GFC in 2010, effectively doubling my amount owed. Holy shit. What did we just say, guys? Anybody in here? God, I want to ninja kick somebody. They kept charging me 9% on that shit. So basically, not only did they doubled it up, and then they keep charging more. And the difference between that and like a low-end credit card, like a $2,000 credit card, worst case scenario, you're only paying $4,000. We're talking about 50 G's here. We're talking about 100,000. Okay? And I don't want to hear, oh, they were adults. They should have known better. It's like, dude, really? Fucking really? All right, if that's what you think. He goes, when I got back on my feet, they refurbished the loan, but reset the clock on the repayment another 25 years, putting me at $634 a month until he's 73 years old. Classic. I know. I love it. It's perfect America. These bastards are predatory because they have full backing of the federal government. Yeah, so you know what? I agree to an extent that people should pay back their loans. I agree with that, but I feel like there should be something done. Like, let's just be honest here, or just fuck them, fuck everybody. How about that? There you go. Fuck me, fuck you. Let's all just get fucked together. Doesn't that sound fun? Sounds like a good time. I love it. This guy goes, thing is, if they forgive the student loans, the people who pay taxes will have to pay the debt. These are the same people who already paid their student loans. Yeah, see, are we noticing the biggest issue here? It's kind of like, I had to pay, so do you. Which is cool, but at the same time, not every student loan is the same. I think some people got screwed a lot harder than others. This guy goes, I did the same as you, Jack. Went to a community college first semester, decided it wasn't for me, and just got a job. I could kind of see it coming toward the end of my high school days. Everyone was pushing college, even my parents. They made you think if you didn't go to college, then you were going to be a failure. Well, look at all my peers who went through it, got their degrees and whatever, just to end up being managers and Amazon warehouse workers. Really worked for them. Yeah. Okay. I've been a bartender, waiter a long time. I've owned my own reselling business. I've been out of the game. I work for myself. I've done a lot of things, but mostly food and beverage, bartending and stuff. And in that industry, I can't tell you how many people in there have master's degrees, okay, arts degrees. They went bachelor's degrees, and it's kind of like we're in the same spot, only you came out and you just wasted a lot of your life because you didn't know what you wanted to do, which most of us don't know what we want to do. It's cool. I get it. I've been there, brother. I get it. It's all good. You'll figure it out. We all do. Or maybe you won't. Maybe you're just fucked, and that's okay. Just got real depressing there. This guy goes, the problem is when they take out a loan to get a BS degree and cannot land them a proper job. Yeah, absolutely. See, they end up working with me, and I'm bartending, and they're making less money being a waiter. Parents should pay for college and university or get scholarships or go to a community college. Yeah, but a lot of parents, as you can see in the state of the world, we can't afford it. So it's classic. I've been telling people to stay out of college for years. I also say sending your children to public school should be considered child abuse, but what do I know? Yeah, I don't know about child abuse, but school was not the most fun for me. And you learn a lot of stupid shit that you really don't need, because I like learning, but I don't like learning stupid shit that is unnecessary. It's like too much information. Less is more. How about that? You're taking too much information. It's like, what are you really learning? This guy goes, the other thing with student loans is the same gripe I have with taxes. They spend the money on bullshit. Compare what tuition was back in the 60s and now, adjust for inflation, and look at the difference. It's insane. They just want your money. Yeah, I agree with them. They don't really care. No offense, but they don't. And if you went to college, don't take this personal, okay? I care about you. I love you. This guy goes, saying they didn't know what they were getting into could be said about every man who got married when he gets divorced and the bill is due. Yeah, well, you know what, dude? Some guys get married at 18 and they don't know what the fuck they're doing. And then when they turn 40, they go, I didn't know what I was doing. I was 18. So it's actually the same fucking concept. Okay? It really is. And marriage is pushed also. Holy shit. Or it used to be pushed very heavy. Now it's like, everybody just be single. Let's all fuck each other. It's a small world after all. And so whatever. But yeah, it's the same fucking thing. Getting married young and going to college. You don't really know what you're doing. But the thing about getting married young is you might actually get out of it. It might be an amicable, easy divorce with no alimony, nothing. Student loans, it looks like you're just screwed. This guy goes, this one was funny. Biden will be forgiving all auto loans. He is announcing this Monday he will be starting with Dodge Challengers. I thought that was classic. He's just making a jokey joke. And this one kind of this was the only person out of both videos I made to say something like this. This person goes, I love school. I would keep going for as long as I could if it wasn't so expensive. Learning is addictive, but school is unsustainable. Unfortunately, it didn't used to be like that. Yeah, and I'm with you. I'm with this person. Not in the school setting, but I like to learn. I don't just watch horseshit television. Like, no offense, but I don't watch stuff unless it's like I'm gonna learn something from it. I just don't. Like, I'm past the movies and stuff. Like, I don't need any of that in my life. I like to learn about things. I do. It's fun. Not everything's fun, but I like to learn new stuff all the time. That's just something I do. So I agree with them, and it sucks because who doesn't want to learn about shit? Now we're learning how we're all being screwed. This is perfect. It's so much fun. Being an adult, you borrow money, a loan, you need to repay your debt. Taxpayers should not have to pay your debt. Yeah, a lot of people said that. This guy goes, in my country, this would be illegal and seen as buying votes with taxpayer money. Yeah, he's talking about the false promises of forgiven student debt, which we see is going to be a huge issue if that were to actually take place. This person goes, you take out a loan, it isn't someone else's debt. If you expect them to pay it, then you're a thief. See, that's the funniest part is we got half the people pointing the finger at the government, and then another half, that's what I've noticed in the comments, another half of the people are pointing the finger at the actual people. So that's the funniest part. But in my opinion, I think it's pretty predatory. I don't think it's actually the kids' faults at all. Sorry. That's just... It's okay. I have the information on the case that is presented to me, and between the school system, which is a government entity, telling you need to go to college, and then when you go to college, they give you these huge loans. It seems pretty forced. Okay. This one goes, peer pressure or whatever the excuse is. These people took a bad deal and signed the loans. The parents should have looked over the paperwork. How many people are locked up because of peer pressure? No excuse. Pay your bills. If you signed it, then pay up. And you know what's funny about that is in the rap game, you could look this shit up. I'm not making this up. Rap back in the early 90s, late 80s was more of a lyrical, more of a higher self type of rap. It was more like people showing how smart they were through rap. It wasn't about drugs, killing people, all that. So if you notice from like the mid 90s, early 90s up till now, music, even rock and roll, all of this stuff, but mostly rap here, was about selling drugs, killing people, doing bad things. And you know what that did? It raised all of those things. Okay? You think I just at 17 years old just thought it was a great idea to sell weed? No, my favorite rappers were talking about it. Okay? I fell victim to that, and it's not peer pressure. That's my fault. I took the L on that. Okay? I took that. It's cool. But don't sit here for a second and act like we're not pressured into shit. Let's chill the fuck out on that. What else do we got? You can look that up yourself, okay? There's not one song out there talking about marriage. Let's bring marriage back up. How many songs out there are like, we've been together 30 years and I love you, girl? Or like a rapper being like, I don't need your bitch, I got my own. Okay. No, it's all about fucking everybody, stealing your girl. I don't need no man. Okay? There's no songs out there being like, I'm highly educated, on the free, bitch, on the cheap shit. No, that doesn't exist. Sorry, but it doesn't. No one held a gun to your head signing loan papers. Pay them back. Yeah, could you imagine if they actually did that, though? And fear comes in more ways than just actual violence. So let's not go there with that. You know, you get told your whole life that if you don't go to college, you're going to be a bum and a loser. That's a fear tactic. Anybody? So let's chill out with the gun stuff. And if somebody did hold a gun to your head and say go to college, you're kind of fucked. Good luck not paying back that loan. Just saying. This guy, Rick, goes, they will garnish your pay if you have a job. Good luck on buying anything in your life because they are going to charge you the highest interest rate on anything. Yeah, well, I don't think they're going to be able to get everybody, but because I had a few comments saying I haven't paid, like people saying they haven't paid in 10 years, nothing's happened to them. I feel like some people are going to get away with it. This one goes, no one hands $30,000 and up to an 18-year-old to buy anything except their own slavery. All right, we're getting a little intense there. Teachers might, and also this person said a great thing. Teachers might have it the worst. They get paid dick shit, but yet tuition's way up. Make that make sense. I agree with that person. Peer pressure, I already put that in there. Let's see what else we got. All right, I think we're getting to the end here, but this is a perfect example. This guy goes, I got peer pressured into college hardcore. I went against my parents and joined the Marine Corps. My mom, who was a narcissist, convinced me to leave the Marines, go back to college. She said she would help me this time. Previously, I had to pay for college, pay $100 a week for rent while living at home and paying my gas, car insurance, as a retail associate. Graduated as a 17-year-old. So anyways, I came back from the Marines in my early 20s, and my mom straight up did nothing to help again. I took out loans again, didn't have a clue what major I'm going to. He's just going to college because his parents want him to. He had to move out, which I was not prepared to do. So I took the deferred payments in order to survive until I figured out what to do. I ended up leaving home, becoming a bartender for years until I figured out what I wanted to do. He went back for LPN, I don't know what that is, and after 11 months was making $70K. I paid off my loans, and now I own a home at 41, zero debt, all that. But what he was saying in this was saying he wanted to do 30 years in the Marines, and his mother manipulated him out of it. And this happens to a lot of people. So that's kind of what I was saying in those previous videos. If you weren't here to see those, you should go watch them. They're fun. We like to have fun here. Okay, we get deep, but we have a good time. Okay? Consider subscribing. No pressure. Okay, I don't want to peer pressure you. Okay, I'm not going to hold a gun to your head. Subscribe, bitch. You'll be a loser if you don't. The only thing, this was classic. We're going to end on this note. This guy goes, this lady Lisa goes, the only thing you're going to gain from a college these days is a septum ring. Ay. Classic. Yeah, we love the septum rings around here. I want to appreciate all the donations. If you guys are new here, I've been doing a live stream every Sunday night, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you all. Tommy Bernhard, Rob from Len2 USA, Nivette's, all you guys. Nivette sent 2 different ones. Wow. And I want to thank Colette McKay for the $5. Thomas Holmes for another 10. You're a real one. And I also did start a Patreon because people seem to like to donate so much. So thank you to everybody in the Patreon. It means a lot. And, God, just got a solid family here. Okay? And no pressure on the Patreon. It's just for people who have deep pockets and don't have any student loan debt and, got their shit together. Anyways, leave you guys' thoughts. But I think we all see the main issue here with the forgiveness stuff. So, God. Good times. I think I'm going to go enroll in summer classes. Classic.